Okay, so let's repeat what we just did, but I'll just go a little bit faster this time. So again, I will create a new layer and I'll decrease the opacity of my layer. Usually I'll go around, less than 30%, but for the sake of this video, I'm gonna go a little bit higher because I know I'm filming a screen and I want it to show. So yeah, so first thing first, you will draw a circle, right? And you will see how, like, the same principle that I just showed you guys, you can draw many different shape of head. And that's why I like using this, because you have the flexibility to play around, especially if you don't have an art style. You have that flexibility to play around and then create different type of shape of heads. And well, I guess what I'll do for this one, I will make her draw line or his draw line slightly uh higher, right? So it's gonna be here, and then, but yeah, it will show you how you have so much flexibility with the shape and the style that you want to, explore. And then for the ear, I will do something a little bit more pointy, since the draw line is slightly pointier, like this. And then for the eyes, and then the nose, mouth, and right. Then you do the same thing again, decrease the opacity. Then let me increase this slightly, just because I want to make sure that you guys can see my screen. And here, I'm gonna do the same thing. And for this, I'm not sure what kind of eye shape I want, but I'm gonna do something a little bit. I like how the chin is so thin, like the jawline is so thin. So I'm gonna do something. I'm just playing around. You have the freedom to do whatever you want, and that's the beauty of this. And then for the nose, I'm gonna make it, I like my nose to be slightly thinner, so I'm gonna do this a little bit higher, thinner. And I'm not gonna make like a soft curvy line like this for the bottom of the lips. I'm just gonna make it like straight. Again, play around with the shape that you feel more comfortable with, or not even feel more comfortable, just play around with the shapes, because this method really allows you to explore and be free. And then for the eyes, I can just do something like this, right? And then, oh, I do not like this one. And then I guess she's looking a little bit off to the side, right? And then the lid, and I can make, I don't know if I want her to have a wing liner, but I'm gonna see if I like it with a wing. Oh yeah, actually, something different. Let's see if this one is a little bit more neat. Let me zoom in so you guys can see what I'm doing. And then, oh no, like this. Maybe that. Okay, I like this. That's very different. Then like this. I guess slightly. For the okay, so now for the eyebrows, I'm most likely gonna do something like I want something pointy or sharp because I like that look on her or him. So I'm gonna do something like I'm just letting my hand go. Uh, I'm gonna do something like this, maybe very sharp. How do I actually I like this because I can just do this like that. Oh, yes, I love that. Anyway, so now I'm gonna do the same thing. I don't know if it's same size, but I'm hoping it is. Nope, but okay. And then, oh, I love this. Right? And then for the ears, you do the same thing, you know? And then also you can make the ears smaller or bigger, all depends on what you're feeling. And voila, you have like a head shape that's very unique. Okay, I love this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna increase the opacity so that way you guys can see the finished look. This is nice. I love this a lot. And then here I'm gonna clean up the lines so you guys can see. Right? And then if you want, you can do the hairline, whatever hairline you want. You can, you know, do the fine line, right? I'm gonna move to another face. Let me group this together. So I'm gonna move to another face. So I'm gonna do the same thing again. And let me make this smaller so I have more space on my canvas. Okay, so I already decreased the opacity. Oh, let me make it brighter so you guys can see. Okay, so this time I'm going to make the draw line. Last time I made it very curvy. This time very elongated face. So this time I'm going to make the draw line lower, right? Like let's say here to give it like a very boxy type of face. Here, here, and then well, I feel like this kind of gives me the same face as earlier, but I'm not sure. But earlier it was a little bit um rounded, but I'm gonna keep the same boxy feel. Let me even make the draw line instead of tilted, I'm gonna make it the other opposite. Okay. Okay. All right, and then you can draw the neck whenever you're ready. Just so I hide. Oof, what am I doing? I feel like I'm rushing for some reason. I just don't want this video to be too long. But anyway, this is just so you have an idea, right? Anyway, again, you do the line and then you do the curve and then you do the ear. The ear, I don't know what shape I want the ear to be, but I'll do the ear kind of like this. Ooh, that's different. And then like this, and then a little bit wider. Oh, too wide actually. And then like this. Ooh, okay. Right? Like this. Then you follow literally the same thing. And then like that. Like that. Boom. So now you have the face. Now for the eyes, I'm going to do a different shape of eyes. I just want to play around with some things and see how I like it. To do that, I'm going to go to another layer and I'm going to, do the same thing, decrease my opacity. And then I'm going to do my eyes, maybe make it slightly. I'm going to follow that line for my eyes. And I'm going to just do this for my eye. She or he looks mad. And then for the nose, should I put a line? No. Actually like it like this. I'm not gonna do. You don't have to do the wing liner, but I'm curious to see if I do all of them with a wing liner, but different style of wing liner, if that'll be good for this face. Very different, right? And again, like once you have the principle in mind. Okay, for the nose I usually like to keep the same, but for this, I'm not going to add like I'm not gonna do the bridge of the nose because I want the eyes to kind of like stay and have like an impact in a way. And then I don't know why I did this one like this, but set up. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna keep it like that. Yeah, that's perfect. And then for the nose, I'm gonna keep it like this. I'm not gonna add the bridge, or maybe I can if I want to. Actually, let me keep it. Let me add the bridge. Right. Then for the mouth, if you want, you can just keep the mouth like this, right? Like if you want, just like this, or oh, that's different. Oh wow, that's very different. That's very like cartoonish, squarish. I mean, my style is very cartoonish. Anyway, so like that. And then for the eyebrows, I'm probably gonna do something very bold like this. This is slightly longer. And then, actually, I'm gonna keep it like this. Unless I'm able to do, nah, let me keep it like this. And look, you have three shapes, three different shapes of head, but all of them have like similar, not similar, you have three different shapes of head, and all of them use the same principle. Just by, and this is what I mean by um following the guidelines, because once you have like the principles, you can like play around with it. You can move the ears a little bit lower, you can like increase the shape of the head. You have that flexibility. Even for this one, I will make like, I feel like the head is, the outline of the head is smaller compared to the design that I have inside. So what I'm gonna do is I will try to select what I have here. It's giving very much drag for this one, and then you just decrease it slightly, and yeah, perfect. That's not bad. And then this one, I like the look of it. And then this one, I know I will, let me try to add fine lines now, kind of clean it up. Okay, so I decided to add a quick recap of everything that we did in terms of drawing the faces. And during the recap, I figured I also include me doing the fine line as well, because I already did it in my previous video, and I figured, you know what, like doing the finish line is pretty straightforward, so instead of like talking through the whole thing, might as well just do a quick time lapse and also show you the process from beginning to end. And it's very nice seeing it because you can see everything pretty fast, just to kind of have like a full whole understanding of the whole entire process. And yeah, I hope you guys found this video very useful. Please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys on my next video. And feel free to drop in the comments if you guys want me to draw other things like bodies and whatnot. Bye.